have inside Elland Road this evening. The noise levels have hit max already, as you can hear all around. Marching on together is absolutely booming out from those inside the stadium. A full house, of course, at Elland Road tonight. For second v first, the gap may be a big one. The aim of the exercise is to reduce that gap perhaps, but more importantly perhaps, to keep the good run going, to maintain the momentum and let the rest take care of itself.
You're absolutely right. It is all about beating what is in front of you. And of course, for Southampton and Ipswich, hot on our heels. It's about keeping them behind us and aiming for that top spot.
Well, there's been much discussion in the build-up to the game as to whether flags were required. I don't think you need any flags. When you have a noise like an Elland Road crowd can make under the floodlights as the team appears, that's all that's required. Light the touch paper and then retreat and wait for what comes. Leeds, who have won every league game so far in 2024, know that if they can keep that run going, then it's another big step towards the ultimate goal. The two teams break. Leeds United unchanged, go into the half, away to the left of the halfway line. Leicester City all in blue, top of the table. Frankly, you could still describe them as runaway leaders, even despite a defeat in their last run out against Middlesbrough. They are the team that's been setting the pace, and a hot pace right from the off. So Leeds know that this is the toughest challenge, surely, that this season can now provide. Leeds went to Leicester and won. They will be aiming to record something similar here.
That season, or that game, sorry, away at Leicester, kind of started our season, didn't it? Because we certainly had a poor start, but going there certainly started us going in the right direction.
And so the noise goes up. The game is underway. Leeds win the ball quickly on the halfway line. Played forward by Kamara, defended by Faes, who's under-hit his back pass, but the goalkeeper, Hermansen, is able to come to the edge of his penalty area and clear the ball forward. It's headed out by Archie Gray, and it will be a Leicester City throw-in on the halfway line. Noise cascading down from the stands as Rodon is under a little pressure, and ultimately Meslier helped him out there because Joe Rodon just let the ball run away briefly, momentarily. Leeds recover the situation.
Not used to that, are we? A little mistake there from Rodon, and the touch was a poor one, and Daka was on it straight away.
Leeds, now Georginio, Faes gets there ahead of him and just happy to play the ball into touch over on the far side in front of the East Stand. It's been an all-action opening to this game. Not something that's been a surprise for us this season at Elland Road. Plenty's gone on in the early stages. Georginio, good turn into the penalty area. And there's the first corner kick of the game, won by Georginio. Listen to the roar that greets it.
It's just incredible. The noise is amazing. For that corner kick over there on the far side from Georginio. Nice and coarse and confident. And so he should be, playing really well.
So Summerville, for the first time in the evening, goes to spot the ball up. Gloves on, arm raised. Ball into the penalty area. Headed across the middle and cleared as far as Kamara, who goes back into the centre circle to Archie Gray. Gruev, edge of the centre circle, out wide to his right to Gray, who just tucks it back into Gruev. And then it goes across the halfway line to Ampadu, and Ampadu is happy to turn back and go back to goalkeeper Meslier. And we were just speculating as to how Leicester would line up in this game, with Pereira perhaps operating in a midfield role. Potentially to... Oh, hold on a second. Meslier, a long way out the penalty area, and he was controlling the ball with blue shirts bearing down on him, but it's all fine. And Leeds got the ball up into the Leicester half, and Leicester have just played it straight into touch off the foot there of Fatou. And it's a Leeds throw-in midway inside Leeds territory.
Yeah, so Choudhury's the one that's certainly trying to track Summerville.
Leeds a little penned in, but managed to win a throw-in. Ampadu goes to retrieve the ball over on the left side.
I think you look at where the danger men are for Leicester as well. Clearly, Fatawu and Mavididi, the two wide men up against our fullbacks. That's certainly going to be two of the key battles tonight.
Certainly that was the case in the first game between these two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And down the right side it goes for Leicester City now. Mavididi is on the ball. Mavididi spins away from the challenge of Georginio. Goes back to Choudhury. Played infield to Winks. And then Winks further wide for the shot from distance, which Dewsbury-Hall delivered. But I think Meslier was always aware that that one had been dragged wide of the far post.
I think you look at their midfield as well. Winks and Dewsbury-Hall, how much ball will they get? And if they do get a lot of the ball, then bringing those wingers into play or striking straight at the target, like Dewsbury-Hall tried there, will be a danger for us.
Meslier out to Rodon. And Joe Rodon accelerates towards and over the halfway line. Gnonto, lovely layoff for Archie Gray. Archie Gray on the edge of the penalty area, tucks it back into Gnonto, lays it in for Piroe! And Piroe with a clear sight of goal, and Summerville waiting to his left, sweeps his shot over the crossbar.
Two options. One, stick in the back of the net. Two, find Summerville at the far post. Great one-touch play, finding the spare man. Brilliant little flick, wasn't from Gnonto, but look where Summerville is. So much time and space. And Piroe, half a chance. Should have at least hit the target. Make the keeper make a save.
Frustration for Joel Piroe, and frustration perhaps for Crescencio Summerville as well. Leeds carve open the first opening of the game. Leicester look to respond. Georginio, challenge on the halfway line, adjudged to be a foul on Justin. So Leicester have a free kick on halfway, which they take short, back to Winks, into Choudhury. Heavy touch from Choudhury. He goes down, though, under the challenge, the fairly ineffectual challenge of Piroe. Enough for him to fall to 4, and for Leicester to go with Dewsbury-Hall. Gruev, foul, a judge to have fouled Dewsbury-Hall. Maybe went through the back of the Leicester man there. Tried to pull out of it, but Leicester end up with a free kick in a dangerous position.
Well, there's no doubt. It's the foot at the bottom that takes out the standing foot of Dewsbury-Hall. It is a free kick. Leicester popping around quickly in that central area, causing us one or two problems.
Time for calm heads. Easy to say amidst the noise here at Elland Road. Leicester with their first opportunity from a set piece. The ball is, what, 12, 15 yards outside the penalty area. So it's a some distance, but it's pretty central. And they have people in their group who will fancy their chances here. Dewsbury-Hall is the man taking on the responsibility, it would appear, here.
Vestergaard at the far. That seems to be the favourite one to me.
Maybe a chance to curl the ball in. It's exactly what they do. Headed away by Rodon. Comes off the head of Gnonto. And then the shot from the edge of the penalty area by Fatawu is a wild one. And it sails high into the stand that Illan Meslier guards.
Yet again, it's a half a chance, but he slashes at it. And you remember back at the fixture in Leicester, him coming in and hitting that bar. What a great shot that was. Didn't quite go in on that occasion.
Meslier out the box. Goes wide right to Rodon. He goes over the top. Looks like a good ball. Gnonto's in behind, but the keeper read the situation. Hermansen came and cleared up over the halfway line. Georginio loses out to Dewsbury-Hall. Leicester with ball down below. Mavididi on this right side. One back by Leeds. Now Gnonto to Georginio. Georginio drifts one way then the other and then runs into trouble. A little bit frustrating for his teammates there. Opportunities were on to release the ball that he didn't take.
He didn't, going for the nutmegs in the second phase of that dribble. And when it comes off, it looks absolutely amazing. When it doesn't, not so clever.
Hermansen on the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Goes square to Vestergaard. Played just beyond Georginio to Winks. Leicester taking a risk and getting away with it. And now play the ball out wide to the right side touchline where the run is on and the ball is played into the penalty area. Rodon heads it as far as Choudhury. Comes back to Winks to try a shot. Poor shot it was as well. And it was dragged well wide.
Certainly was. That wasn't his best effort by a long chalk, but Firpo on the right-hand side, you know, loves to jink to the right, comes inside, and Firpo's got to be aware of that. Got to try and stop him doing that too easy.
Yeah, there's going to be pressure potentially on the two fullbacks this evening. Could be a key area in this game. Let's see how things develop. Meslier, Rodon, pinned wide on this near side, but he's managed to work the ball through Dewsbury-Hall, and it opened up for him a little bit then. He just dwelt on the ball, and he's closed off by the challenge of Winks. Rodon operating down the right side like a right back there.
Well, I think the tempo's really high, isn't it? Good closing down from both sides, and not finding it easy just to dictate play.
Oh, nice little piece of footwork from Archie Gray there to work the space and get the ball up the line. Leeds end up with a throw-in. Daniel Farker all animation on the edge of the technical area down below. Gray with a throw to Georginio, into Gnonto. Little touch, little heavy with a touch. Back to Hermansen it goes. Leicester keeper wearing the bright pink purple ensemble, often favoured by Elland Meslier, who's in a much more traditional green at the other end. Leeds appeal for a foul on Piroe, nothing given by referee Craig Pawson. Leicester get the ball back and just give it into the keeper, who's able to look forward and now will deliver forward. Right foot ball over the top. Gruev will just let that one run all the way through to Meslier. And we have had 10 frantic minutes here at Elland Road, 0-0.
High-octane stuff, isn't it? Really is. High tempo, some quality out there as well, but the best chance, well, it's dropped to Joel Piroe, and we couldn't take advantage.
Rodon. Attempted clearance, blocked, so he has to go back to Meslier. Mellier's under a bit of pressure, goes across the penalty area to Ampadu on the far side. Further wide it goes to Firpo. Infield to Gruev. Leeds work their way out of trouble nicely. Now Kamara, on it goes to Georginio. Oh, just laid in front of Firpo there. He couldn't get to it in time, and it goes out for a Leicester throw on the halfway line.
Nice patient play at the back, going from right to left, finding the spare man. The press from Leicester, he managed to bypass it on that occasion.
Choudhury goes back into his own half, too fast with the throw-in. And then it's played forward and through the middle for Daka. And now Dewsbury-Hall. And now out wide to Mavididi on the left side of the Leeds penalty area. Little step over, Gray stays with him. He just tucks it back in where there's a bit of space on the edge of the area for Justin to cross to the far post. Heads up goalwards, header into the hands of Meslier. A nice build-up from Leicester, got a good ball into the middle. Ultimately, a fairly straightforward save for the keeper.
Certainly was. Header, fortunately, straight at Meslier, but you see the winger Mavididi, Gnonto and Summerville on the other side. Important jobs, not only going forward, but defensively getting the right positions to try and deny the ball to those wide men of Leicester.
Leicester pressing high on the Leeds players as they try and play out from the back. A little bit of extra pressure as Leeds get the ball over the halfway line, but are unable to maintain control in the Leicester half. It goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Down below, Enzo Maresca has a conversation with Mavididi as Leeds almost win the ball back in a good position, but Gnonto beaten to it. Enzo Maresca earned some headlines for his comment that it's only a big game for Leeds and the build-up to it. Wasn't a big game for Leicester. Kind of get what he means.
Kind of. It's not the greatest thing to say, but at the same time, when you're 9 points clear, I know which position I'd rather be in, but at the same time, it is a huge game. Of course it is. You know, they look to have an unassailable lead. They lose this one, and suddenly that lead doesn't look anywhere near as confident as it did.
Leeds with the throw-in. Firpo from the halfway line. Piroe just misdirects it. Leeds win it back on the halfway line. Kamara battling away in there, does well. Gets it to Gruev, stands behind. Back to Kamara, the two link up. Well, now Kamara can drop the shoulder and cross the halfway line. He has runners. He goes infield to Georginio. Georginio shows too much of it again in that midfield battle. And Leicester quickly on, but giving it away to Kamara. Loose pass. Piroe back to Kamara. Short pass through the middle in that Leicester half. Gnonto does well, holds off a challenge, tucks it in to Georginio just outside the box. He tries to wriggle his way through a wall of blue and isn't entirely successful. And Gray slides in to make an important... Joe Rodon comes in with another important slide challenge. He launched that one from about 15 feet away from Mavididi. Joe Rodon made enough contact with the ball to ensure it went into touch for a Leicester throw.
Excellent challenge. I think what Leicester clearly are very aware that Georginio does like to dribble a little bit. They're getting tight around him. They're winning it back. He needs to be more secure in possession when it does come to him. And you can do those sort of tricks, but do it in the last third when you need to beat the centre half, not when you need to beat a midfielder in the middle of the pitch.
And presumably if there's 4 standing around him, there must be space elsewhere for the likes of Gnonto and Summerville.
Well, we haven't given to Summerville yet, have we? That's all. Need to get him on the ball.
Kamara. Back in it goes to Ampadu. Now Gruev. He can look forward and then look back to Ampadu. Back it goes to Gruev and returned again. Ampadu across the back to Rodon. And Rodon out wide right side to Gray. Has to go and chase his own error there, Archie Gray. Leicester win the ball back. Vestergaard to Dewsbury-Hall. Mavididi takes on Gray. Gray's got to stay with him. Mavididi's still going. Puts the ball back to the edge of the penalty area. Attempt to the shot on goal, and Meslier just gets fingertips to it there, flying towards the net from Daka. And Meslier had to just push it up and over the top for a corner kick.
There you see the danger of Mavididi. He's strong in possession. Archie almost got there, but not quite. And the winger to play it inside. Shot from that angle. It's going to be difficult. Needed to make a save, and Meslier did.
May have gone over the crossbar anyway, but the goalkeeper definitely couldn't take the gamble. So he got fingertips to it at full stretch, and that will go down as a really good save. But more defending to do here now, because Leicester City have their first corner kick with Dewsbury-Hall to take it. In near post, headed across the area, fast at the back post, scores for Leicester. Leeds didn't pick up the back post run, and it arrived on the head of the defender, and he could not miss. And Leicester it is who take the early initiative in this game. Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1.
Disappointing defensively. Excellent corner from Leicester, but the man makes the run to the near post. You've got to have someone in front of him, and it was Daka coming out of the pack, gets the jump, gets there first. It's a great flick. It really is. And Faes at the back stick, well, all he had to do is just make a connection and head it down. Well-worked goal from Leicester. Disappointing defensively from us. Not said that very much in these recent games at all, but there we were found wanting.
Yep, that's a very rare thing, a Leeds concession of a goal in 2024. In the league, only the second time it's happened. Rodon and Ampadu have been a major part of that. Defensive solidity. Will be unhappy that that run has been brought to an end in this huge game. Georginio cannot keep the ball in play. It comes off him and rolls away down below the Leicester City supporters, occupying a strip of the West Stand. Suddenly find their voices here inside Elland Road. Leicester with a throw-in right in front of them. Rodon stoops down and heads it straight to Justin. Tempted clearance, cannons off Georginio. Kamara halfway line, going to try and win it back and now keep it in play. Does both. Just rolls it back into Ethan Ampadu. To Piroe, turns and looks forward. Plays a ball for Gnonto, takes it down really nicely, edge of the penalty area. First time ball into the middle, Piroe heads it across. Was it towards goal or was it towards Summerville? It ended up being neither. And from a good position, it went behind for a goal kick.
Well, it should have been towards goal. Excellent ball from Piroe. Just stretches enough Gnonto, and then when he fires it back in, just get it on target. Unfortunately, Piroe gets that one all wrong. Coming at him quickly, but I think he sees it a long way out. Trying to go back across the keeper, but always going very well wide.
Leeds 2 opportunities in this game, both fallen to Joel Piroe. Leicester trying to play a ball in behind the Leeds lines, but that's gone too far and carried through to Meslier.
Certainly the second chance was a lot more difficult, there's no doubt, but good thing is we are making chances.
Rodon under pressure, and the ball goes out of play. You can see the tactic here, can't you, to get right in the face of Joe Rodon as the out ball, one of the out balls, he and Ethan Ampadu usually enjoys so much time and possession.
We're not finding it easy to get it through the thirds, and that's when we talk about getting the ball to Summerville. We can't get good possession at the back to get it in midfield and to get it out to Summerville. Leicester putting that press on us. We've bypassed it once or twice, but they've managed to certainly win the ball back well a few times.
Gnonto into Georginio. Leeds beginning to move forward here at some pace. Georginio caught by a tackle on the halfway line, and this will be a yellow card as well. Oh, Pereira yellow carded. I thought that was a tackle.
I have to say that was a good tackle. I'm struggling to see how that's a yellow card. All the Leicester players are appealing as well, but referee Pawson is giving that one as a yellow card.
Pereira shaking his head.
Let's see if he saw something that we didn't. There's a bit of the ball. I think there's not a problem there at all. It's a good challenge.
It's a really good tackle. It's a yellow card.
However, unlucky.
Yeah,
that one's really unfortunate, to be fair.
So the captain in that midfield area has to be that little bit more careful. If you get booked for that, he's got to be a lot more careful. Summerville, halfway line. Well, he's quickly closed down. Choudhury not messing around there, was he? Straight in the back.
To be fair, Leicester aren't messing around as a team, are they? They've been in extremely quickly. Are they getting there first or testing our first touch?
The ball is with Firpo. Down the line to Georginio, but he can't find Piroe. Cleared forward by Faes. Meslier comes out to the edge of the penalty area, gathers the ball, rolls it out underarm. Rodon's got some time and space ahead of him now. Dewsbury-Hall came across. Gnonto tackled well by Justin. Dewsbury-Hall always kept it in, and Gruev can't go into the challenge, and it's Ampadu. Can he go? No, he doesn't go in either. And as Dewsbury-Hall stumbles, Ampadu stayed sufficiently far away from him to make it clear that he wasn't going to make contact. Referee Pawson was closely positioned and gave nothing when Leicester wanted a penalty.
Tell you what, does well Ampadu, because if he didn't make any sort of challenge, he was going to be in trouble. I think he just pulled out just in time. And that's one of those where the attacker's expecting a challenge. None came, no touch. Down he goes. Certainly no penalty.
Those behind the goal, towards which Dewsbury-Hall was running, less than impressed with the attempt perhaps to win one there. Georginio battling away to good effect. And then Piroe tucks it back to Georginio. Summerville takes it high on the chest, gets away from Choudhury, and then he's fouled. He was fouled by Choudhury there, but the referee gives nothing. So it's Leeds who have cause for unhappiness in terms of a decision, but they win it back. What a battle it is. It's a scrap in there now. Piroe onto Georginio. Now Gnonto in space. Gnonto inside. Still going. Oh, it's hit Summerville on its way perhaps towards goal. And Leeds had an excellent opportunity, but now they're under pressure at the other end. Mavididi played in over the top. Gray in front of him. Plays it through the legs of Gray. Gray keeps the ball in play. Oh, that's magnificent work by Archie Gray. Stayed up, stood his ground, kept the ball in play, and passed to a teammate to get the ball away from a dangerous position.
Wow. Take a breather, Bryn, because I tell you what, you're going to need that breath. End-to-end stuff, wasn't it? Brilliant from Gnonto, but the heavy touch, I thought he could just get at his feet and strike at goal. Another chance goes begging.
He's in so much space, he's going again. He's going through the middle, tried to play it into Georginio, was just to his right, but failed to do that. Leicester block it off, and they come away. Well, we were expecting quite a tussle here. We were expecting a real advert for Championship football, and thus far, 22 minutes in, it's absolutely all of that.
It really is, an absolute cracker, but saying that, I think we should have had a couple of goals. And it's taking those chances again that we haven't quite managed.
Now then, suddenly Leicester have found space through the middle, and Mavididi's brought in, and he's on the edge of the penalty area, and he cuts on his right foot, and the ball goes wide, but he's overhit the pass. There's too much weight on it, and Fatau couldn't control it, which is a really good job, because he was unmarked in the penalty area.
It certainly is. Once again, that's an excellent touch around the corner. And then when he gets the return pass, Mavididi here, but he might come inside and just unleash a shot. He's got half a yard, but pass too heavy. Certainly a danger, aren't they, the wide men?
Fairness to Firpo, he was heading in the direction Didn't need to do it in the end. Control was heavy. Georginio does well, does really well to hold off the challenge. Now he's played Summerville in. Summerville is into the penalty area. Summerville, oh, what a challenge that was that came in at the key moment. Summerville all set to pull the trigger, and Vestergaard slid in. Leeds come again. Firpo wobbling his way in towards the penalty area. No free kick given for the challenge. Kamara now behind him. What a noise. Now Summerville into the penalty area. Oh, just behind Georginio. And Leeds win the ball back on the halfway line. The fans respond. The noise level, the intensity, it's all here.
Wow, what a challenge from Vestergaard. Absolutely fantastic. But you're right, the noise is deafening. And we are putting on the pressure. The fans are trying to do their part as well, brilliantly.
Ampadu. Short left to Kamara. Kamara back to Gruev on the halfway line. Moves forward and then cuts the ball back to Rodon. Halfway, centre circle. Ampadu wide left side, Firpo. Pushed inside to Kamara. Kamara goes to ground. Fouled there by Winks in that congested midfield area. And Leeds have a free kick on the edge of the centre circle.
Well, here we see the opportunity again. Here comes that to Summerville. It's an excellent pass. He gets the wrong side and runs around Choudhury, but what about that for a challenge? Brilliant reading of the play from Vestergaard.
Rodon can't get it forward to Georginio. Read by Vestergaard again. Dewsbury-Hall, now Mavididi to his left on the edge of the penalty area. Mavididi on his right foot. Takes it out the box, gives it to Winks. Winks plays it wide to the far side, to the other winger, who will attack the penalty area. Rolls it in. Strange ball. And went straight to the hands of Meslier.
What did he see? What did he see? Pereira, I think, might have been starting to make a run, but then just stood still. And once the head went down for Vitawu, the pass was played. Fortunately to no one.
Meslier, straight ball, short ball to Gruev. And now Rodon. Back to Meslier it goes. Ampadu to the left. Back into the middle to the goalkeeper. Out to the right to Rodon. Back to the goalkeeper. Now Leicester start to press. Oh, Meslier's held on to it. And now he's played it straight into touch. The pass to Ampadu was on, but it had to be first time. And he took a moment, and suddenly the door was closed. And it's ended up going out for a Leicester throw-in, level with the edge of the Leeds penalty area.
Pressure closing down from Leicester is extremely good. Got to do things quick, with confidence, a bit of zip. And there, once you have indecision, it's a problem.
Ball chipped over the top. Lovely ball from Dewsbury-Hall to Justin. Plays it into the middle. Firpo, cool as you like. Chests it down into the hands of Meslier. Leeds look to try and counter-attack here. Kamara holds it up. And then Summerville sets off, but he can't get it into his path. It's cleared back to Firpo. And then Ampadu behind him comes in to take control. The captain goes across to Rodon. Straight through the middle, but straight to Vestergaard. That outlet ball from Leeds United via Joe Rodon just not happening at the moment.
No, we're getting hustled out of things, having to do things a lot quicker than we would like. And of course, Leicester on the front foot, stepping in, intercepting, if not, first touch, really snapping into those challenges.
Good challenge, Gruev. Not such a good challenge for Gnonto. Free kick for the foul on Dewsbury-Hall. Gnonto goes into, well, I think offer apologies, but Dewsbury-Hall rolls away under his touch. Craig Pawson comes to make sure that everything's okay. Enzo Maresca, the Leicester manager, gets involved in the conversation as well.
Gotta say, I don't think it was a great challenge. Just going in fiercely, but missed the ball. Stands right on foot with the ankle of Dewsbury-Hall. He's got away with that one.
Yeah, probably has, to be fair.
Well, when you consider that challenge compared to Pereira's, I know which one looks more a booking than not.
The game starts again. Leicester happy to go back from a free kick in the Leeds half. Little ball rolled around the corner by Pereira. On the halfway line, Winks plays the ball over the top. Mavididi's making the run, but the pass is too heavy. Winks acknowledges his error, and Leeds have a goal kick.
Notice a lot of players actually slip and sliding, and Archie's just gone down there. at the other end, I saw Firpo and one or two others just losing their footing. I just wonder, maybe a revised pair of boots might be order of the day.
Some of the Leeds subs appear down below. Bamford amongst them as the ball comes forward, looking for Gnonto in the Leicester half. Takes it down well. Kamara, good ball to Georginio. Georginio, Vestergaard again, slides into really good effect to block off the Leeds man. Vestergaard showing all his experience, seasoned international. And he's been a pick out at the back for Leicester thus far.
His defending has been absolutely superb. His passing, thankfully, not so good. But I tell you what, some of the challenges made, the timing, Georginio not getting a lot of change out of him.
Gnonto quickly closed down by Winks. Ball back out for a second successive Leeds United throw-in. Leeds midway inside their own half. Archie Gray prepares to deliver the ball some way forward. In it goes to Georginio. Holds off Justin. Rolls away from him. Lovely play. Piroe tight. And Gnonto slipped that time. And then Gray just gets it back to Gnonto. It's also tight as Leicester close down quickly. Leeds get it into a bit of space where they can create a bit of time as well with the ball out from Ampadu to Gruev. Now Gruev to Kamara. Gives it back to Gruev, back to Kamara. He may come across, he does. They're back to Rodon. Now there's space for Joe Rodon. Gnonto halfway line for Leeds. Back it goes into Rodon. Spell of possession for Leeds United here. And we're moving into the 30th minute with Leicester, that one goal in front. Rodon, Leeds have created chances aplenty though. Gnonto back into Rodon and back to Gnonto, drops the shoulder, but in doing so the ball just rolled away from him and out for a Leicester throw in.
Not at our fluid best, are we now? Finding it difficult, the intensity of Leicester's closing down really is causing us a few problems. Just got to have a few passes together, go from right to left, left to right, find the space, but just get a bit of confidence on the ball.
It's a bit of a shock to the system after
it is.
the games we've watched
before,
recently,
yeah,
isn't it?
No one's done this to us.
No.
You know, simple as that. No one's done this.
Level of intensity involved is maybe a key aspect of that. Leicester showing they're on top for a reason. Piroe and Georginio almost link up, but not quite. Goalkeeper Hermansen takes a gamble himself, running the ball across his goal line there. Leeds win it back from the clearance. Kamara stretches to get it to Firpo. He drops a shot. He's fouled there, surely, Firpo. The referee doesn't give anything. So Leicester end up with a throw-in.
Just the reaction of Firpo seems to suggest that he knows it wasn't a foul either. But yeah, you're right. We haven't really been put to the test like this. Normally, by this stage, we've popped the ball around, we've pushed the opposition back, we're in control, we're starting on kind of the halfway line here. We're struggling to get to the halfway line.
Choudhury with a throw-in for Leicester, over in front of the east stand. Dewsbury-Hall. Gray and Mavididi both chase the same ball. Neither's getting there. It's going out for a throw-in. Gray gives it to Rodon. Joe Rodon back to Meslier. Meslier back to Rodon. Now he's closed down by Dewsbury-Hall, so he goes long, over the top, looks for the run perhaps of Gnonto. Justin's ahead of him, but the keeper's come to the edge of the area anyway. And that's the alternative potentially, isn't it, to the trying to play out from the back. The long ball just delivers the possession back into the other team. Yeah,
it is, but neither's really working as we would like. Trying to find that spare man, trying to find someone facing up to the ball in a good position with time and space is at a premium.
Well, they're both at it, because Vestergaard's just given a really dangerous ball back into Hermansen as Leicester play out from the penalty area. And the goalkeeper had to race to his right just to make sure that nothing embarrassing happened. Firpo, lovely cushioned header down to Ampadu in a defensive position. Ampadu gives it back to Junior Firpo. Firpo will go back to Meslier. Meslier out to Rodon. Back to Meslier again. Meslier looks, weighs up his options. On it goes Georginio in his own half. Faes has come with him, but Georginio's got away from him. Great second touch as well, and maybe still a third. And then there's a foul on Georginio. And He had to draw one in the end, didn't he, in a run like that one? Just
his
inside
trickery
Leeds half.
this time did pay off, but here we're looking at the goal again. You just see Leicester player getting there first. That shouldn't happen. The Faes at the back just needs to get a half-decent contact on it.
It's got to be worked, that, hasn't it, from Leicester? Georginio almost played the ball through. Now Firpo picks it up. He just puts it over the top. Summerville into the penalty area. And foul is given against Summerville there as Vestergaard falls to the ground, heads the ball behind what might have been a corner kick. Instead, it's a free kick.
Vestergaard again just read the danger. He's across, gets his body in the way. He is clipped from behind.
Leicester are implored to take the free kick a little more quickly by the home support. Big conversations going on as they take the short one across the penalty area. Vestergaard in possession. Justin challenges a good one from Gnonto. And Leeds say it's a Leeds ball. Daniel Farke says it's a Leeds ball. And the assistant now agrees with him. And Daniel Farke says, come on, momentum, tempo, get this game going again. As he gives the ball to Archie Gray. Georginio, again, wriggling through challenges. Lovely ball. Kamara gives it back to Georginio. And Georginio, another big attempt to get forward, but Dewsbury-Hall's too cute. And he holds his ground and gets the ball off the Leeds attacker. And it's up. Pereira flicks it on. Rodon's behind him. Launches it back into... Oh, caught there, but there's an advantage to be played. Gnonto trying to work his way into a bit of space. Georginio was clattered. Stayed down. Referees allowed the game to go on. Leeds come with Ampadu. And now Gray on the right side of the penalty area. Needs a bit of help. Gives it into Gnonto. Gnonto gives it out to Ampadu on this right side. Needs a good cross from Ampadu. Delivers into the penalty. I tell you what, it wasn't a bad one. But there was nobody in the middle there to get on the end of that one. And it's cleared up and over the halfway line.
It's just a little surprised that the play wasn't stopped, because that was a head injury, no doubt, from Georginio. Justin clattered into him. Always going to happen. That is a sore one, but Georginio made a stronger stuff. Gets up. He looks okay.
Ampadu back in a more conventional position than right wing. Gruev on to Piroe. Lets it run nicely for Georginio. Well challenged by Vestergaard once more. Comes for Ampadu. Some game, this.
It really is. There's no space out there. Your first touch better be spot on, otherwise you're getting closed down.
Ampadu over the halfway line.
No.
Manages somehow to get it to Summerville. A little fortuitously. Gnonto in that Leicester half, moving up towards the penalty area. Gets it into Archie Gray, who tries to cut it back into the middle to Piroe. And it brings Leeds a corner kick.
And a huge roar from the crowd as well. It really was excellent play, but Ampadu, I've seen him right wing, I've seen him left wing, and just all over the place. But again, with plenty of time left in the game, you know, let's not do anything rash, just keep trying to do the right thing.
Gruev will deliver the corner kick for Leeds into that 6-yard box. It's up in the air at the far post. It was Ampadu underneath it, Georginio underneath it. Comes back out for Georginio and then cleared only as far as Gnonto, but he can't get on the ball. Gruev will try and do that, but Mavididi's really quick. Oh, lovely challenge by Gruev there to get in front of the Leicester man and appealed for the throw-in from the challenge. He doesn't get that, but everything else was spot on.
This is like an intense first 5-10 minutes of a game that just carries on, basically. It's being played at breakneck speed, it really has.
37th minute, Leicester in front by 1-0. Justin back into his own half to Winks. Winks goes across field to Pereira, who tucks it back into Faes. Gets a nice ball forward into Winks. Leicester moving the ball around confidently now down the right side. Fatawu with Firpo in front of him, holds it up and then goes back just to keep possession to Choudhury, and then back it goes to Fatawu, and then somewhat bizarrely he delivers the ball miles back into his own half. Hermansen's come out the penalty area, miles out the penalty area as well, and then his clearance is won back by Leeds on the halfway line. What on earth was Fatawu doing there? That was the most unusual ball he could have played of all the options available.
I was fine with it, to be honest. But you're right. At least Firpo this time did manage to usher him backwards and away from goal. He was just trying to get it back to a teammate, but got it wrong.
Gnonto, Gruev over the top for Gray in space down the right side to push on for Leeds. Vestergaard takes it away from Vestergaard. Good work into Gnonto. He's tackled right on the edge of the area. Georginio goes down, but the foul is given against Georginio, not for Georginio. Either option was available to referee Craig Pawson, and it would be a Leicester free kick. 2 Leicester men down on the turf.
Yeah, certainly Georginio was the person that Craig Pawson suggested fouled Winks. Did he get a piece of the ball? Not so sure, but got a bit of the man, so it goes against us.
Justin had to be helped to his feet after a challenge from Gnonto, and he limps away.
Gruev there, have a look, he's just talking to Georginio, just trying to give him a little bit of advice. I like that as well, when those moments come. Who's out there talking? Who's getting things sorted? Who's trying to help their teammate?
There's a few
Gruev,
like that in this group, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. And Gruev, he's not been in the side very long, but he's just growing and growing each game.
I'm sure all the players are relishing this occasion. Georginio certainly gave that sense when we spoke to him before kickoff. Now Summerville from Gruev here. Summerville through the middle, holds it up, goes outside his man. He saw the opportunity for the shot, he took the opportunity for the shot, but the delivery was all sorts of wrong and it went high over the crossbar.
We win the ball back and see Faes just stepping backwards because Summerville's got the ball. Certainly the shot was on.
Piroe just wanted it tucked into his path, didn't he, as he ran through the middle. Summerville 15 goals. Probably thought, I've got a chance to add to that total. Leicester delay releasing the ball from the penalty area. Vestergaard does that job now. Gray and Mavididi battle, and Gray comes out on top, and again, and then he and Gruev exchange close range passes, and Leeds do really well to work out of a tight corner.
Whether it was meant or not, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you're having to move it quickly, you're having to really be right on your game, but so precise.
Gruev involved again with Kamara, and then to Gnonto. Gnonto over the top for Gray, and he's got in behind, has he here? Well, he has to control it, and that just lets Mavididi get in, and Gray's got to go and win the ball back for Leeds now.
That's ours.
And that's off Justin, and Leeds have the throw-in, again, right in front of Daniel Farke. Back it goes to Gruev. We're in the final 5 minutes of this pulsating first half here at Elland Road. Ampadu moves the ball forward for Leeds, tackled, gets it back again, plays it into Gnonto, nice crisp ball, played to Georginio, who's in the penalty area. What can Georginio, oh, he's just robbed again, he gets back on it though in the penalty area. Gnonto's on his shoulder, Gnonto plays it back into Piroe, Piroe on the left foot, gives it back to Gnonto, again Leicester closing all the doors, and Leeds can't make progress. Well, maybe they'll do it now. Piroe, oh, he couldn't keep the ball in play, what a shame. That was close, it had to be.
It really was close. Not sure how referee's assistant didn't quite see that, but unfortunately, good defending again. Vestergaard just putting his foot in at absolute the right time. Had to make sure that he gets a piece of the ball, otherwise a penalty, but yet again, he did.
Justin will take the Leicester throw in. He's level with the edge of his own box. He's looking down the line. Gnonto wins a header, and then it's Dewsbury-Hall who just hooks it forward into Leeds half, where nobody but Ampadu waits, and he's able to move the ball into the middle and then put the ball over the top, looking for Georginio. Vestergaard wins the header, but it drops for Gnonto. Gnonto goes towards the byline, cuts it into Georginio. Ball comes off Vestergaard, who's like a wall there for Leicester at the moment.
He is, but he knows that Georginio's going to try and nutmeg him and just closes his legs, wins the ball back.
Dewsbury-Hall carries it forward for Leicester. Gruev goes into the challenge. Dewsbury-Hall works it away from him. Mavididi, Winks and Mavididi combine. Comes back into Justin, a little further back. He may go all the way back to the keeper. He does. Hermansen. So Leicester trying to get themselves up into the Leeds half, end up back in their own penalty area. Piroe goes in to pressure the keeper, so he moves it out to Vestergaard. He gives it back to Hermansen. Piroe will gamely chase again, knowing the outcome. Oh, given away. Terrible ball by Hermansen. Gnonto moving forward into the middle to Kamara. Closed down. You can hear the man on call from the crowd. Gnonto has it now. Just chips it in. Georginio in the penalty area. Back to goal. Turns towards goal. And Choudhury stretches out a leg this time and takes it off the toes of Georginio.
Unfortunate, and that's where you need to try the bit of magic inside that box, but Choudhury stood up tall, defended well.
Leeds throw in. Up by the corner flag. Archie Gray looking for movement. Georginio and Kamara in close proximity, both marked. So Gray delays and throws it back to Georginio, gives it back to Gray, in short to Georginio. On the edge of the area, he's into the area again, he's run into 3 shirts. And Dewsbury-Hall carries it forward, pursued by Gruev. And now Rodon. Rodon's done well, good work, Rodon. Gray, lovely ball, Kamara. Leeds are playing well at the moment, winning the ball back quickly, but need to do something with it in that penalty area. Ampadu, long way forward from him now. Georginio, first touch beyond Vestergaard. Referee had his back to the play then as Georginio went down, so there was no way Leeds were getting anything. Rodon's got to win this, so he does. Leeds can come again with Gray. All the white shirts are forward. Ampadu limping on the far side as Gnonto comes down the right. Gnonto cuts the ball in. He's misplaced the ball, and Leeds will win it back. Leicester are, at the moment, a little rattled, and they're hacking it clear, and every time it gets out, it comes back to a white shirt.
Yeah, but they're certainly defending well, though still in plenty of numbers, but you're right, no real control once they do just hack it forward, but we need to somehow get behind them, get between them, and get a shot on target.
Leicester managed to get the ball up to the halfway line when Leeds conceded possession. And Dewsbury-Hall, playmaker in chief, out to Mavididi on this near side. Mavididi stops and goes back with Gray in front of him to Justin. Winks and Justin as we await the board down below. Final few seconds of the first 45 flown by. Back it goes to Hermansen, just outside the penalty area. Ball out to Faes, and he tucks it back into the goalkeeper. 2 added minutes. A long ball from the keeper, which somewhat demonstrates Leicester's sense perhaps that they're under pressure here, because it was a pretty aimless long ball, a type that you very rarely see played at any top level these days. Rodon.
It's one of your balls, Bryn.
Yeah, that's absolutely what
exactly.
It is. I mean, there's obviously a place for it.
And they haven't done it too often, have they, in this first half, but Leicester trying to get to this half-time with their goal lead intact.
Georginio holds off Vestergaard. He's fouled by Vestergaard in the centre circle. You hear the roar that greets that. It's an ironic roar, the suggestion being that Georginio's not got much change at the referee in terms of those challenges from Vestergaard, who's sticking to him tight every time he goes in for the ball.
Yeah, that time it was Winks with the secondary challenge that gave the foul to us.
We've had one of the added 2 minutes. Leeds in the centre circle. Gruev, can he conjure up something from there? Plays it to Kamara. Kamara looking forwards. And now sideways, maybe still going. Couldn't get it in to Piroe. Faes was too quick, read the situation. He goes down, free kick Leicester in the centre circle. Kamara concedes it. Just anxious to make sure that Faes couldn't play a ball forward before Leeds got back.
I think those defenders have done it extremely well for Leicester when they step in and they read where the ball's going. Vestergaard, Faes really are defending well.
When you look at the Leicester squad and this side that they've got here, it's chock full of internationals. A couple of Belgium internationals involved. Vestergaard, the Danish international, English internationals. Winks is one of those. Maybe not currently, but it's all been there previously. As Meslier comes right to the edge of the penalty area, gets there ahead of Pereira, rolls it out quickly. Game goes on. Gruev to Summerville, who's come over to this right side to try and get a bit of the ball. Not seen an awful lot of it.
No, I think Leicester have done that extremely well.
And there's the half-time whistle. Well, it's been non-stop action here at Elland Road, but the only goal has come. Oh, there's a yellow card being shown to Joe Rodon there for the foul before the whistle went.
On Daka.
On Daka.
That's right. That was just a little late. Advantage was played, but certainly that won't do the Welshman's mood any better.
So Leeds head towards the tunnel in a situation they haven't been in for quite some time now. They're behind in this game. Leeds have created chances. There's much more football to come from this one. Of that, I think we're quite sure.
You're absolutely right. High tempo, high quality game. We've had 2 excellent chances to score. Haven't been able to. Leicester took theirs. Still so much to play for. Looking forward to this second half.
It's been a good first half. Not quite good enough from Leeds' perspective. Things need to improve slightly. Half-time scoreline, it's Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1. OK, so you've had a chance to draw breath. Now Leeds United are set to get the second half of this Friday night fixture underway. Firpo, Kamara and then Ampadu just rolls it back into Illan Meslier. No changes either side at half-time. Rodon goes long onto the chest of Gnonto. On that far side, Leeds have played more of the game than they'd like with their back towards that Leicester goal. Defenders tight to them. Looking forwards, we're trying to look forwards here. Leeds thought they had a throw in down the far side, but thought wrong. It's a Leicester ball. And it's hooked on by Dewsbury-Hall. Rodon underneath it. Gray can't work it past Mavididi, but Leeds do get a throw in. Still a few fans around the stadium refinding their seats after the interval. Ball over the top, headed away by Vestergaard. It's all tight to that far touchline. Gruev attempts to bring that to an end. Now Leeds can open things up a little bit with Ampadu in possession. Prepared to move it forward again for Leeds. Short to Summerville, gives it back to Ampadu. Tucked into Firpo. Pursued and robbed. And the shot from distance is going well wide from Meslier's goal. Meslier was off his line, in fairness to Fatawu, but that goes down under ambitious attempt and then some.
Yes, and here just good closing down again. Similar to the first 45, we're just getting hassled out of things.
Archie Gray puts it over the top towards the edge of the area. Faes comes across ahead of Georginio. Leeds throw in mid-position between the corner flag and the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Gray comes forward to take it. In it goes to Georginio. Quickly closed down again, sandwiched in between blue shirts, and the ball flies up in the air and goes out for what the referee deems to be a goal kick.
So many players around Georginio. Doesn't quite produce the number of moments of magic that he normally does. Opposition he's playing against clearly a lot better than the average championship side. So this is a really good test for everyone, but at the moment Leicester certainly playing very well.
Leicester on course to be the best ever championship side. They could easily surpass the record points haul, 78 on the board already, and they're attacking now ahead in this game with bodies over on the left side. Mavididi to the edge of the Leeds penalty area, a little step over, plays it inside, gets the return ball on the edge, goes for the shot. Great block, Ampadu. Leicester played some good stuff on the edge of the Leeds area then, and it opened up for Mavididi briefly before Ampadu got in to thwart his efforts with a shot on goal.
Mavididi, we talked about him before, didn't we, being a danger man. He loves to come inside, either cross, shoot, does a bit of everything, and certainly is a danger there, winning a corner kick.
And Leeds are distraught with the corner decision. Gnonto feeling that the last touch was off Mavididi. Craig Pawson did take a moment before awarding the corner. So Leeds have to defend at the start of this second half. Didn't defend particularly well from the corner in the first half. Faes is on the edge of the box at the back of a queue of Leicester blue shirts around the penalty spot. Swung in now, heads go up, and actually hit the back of the heel of Faes there. Gnonto just clears it away. Picked up comfortably by Pereira. And Winks rolls away from Piroe. Plays out to the left, poor ball from Winks, given away straight to Kamara. Georginio rides the foul challenge on the halfway line. Still coming forward, Georginio tucks it into Summerville, just ahead of Summerville. He gets there anyway. Summerville's in the penalty area, plays it back, Georginio on the edge to shoot! And it's over the top. Georginio couldn't keep his shot down to force a save at least. And it goes behind for a goal kick.
It's a lot better play, really well played by Georginio. Winks was just giving a talking to from the referee. Thought he might have shown a card, but excellent play here. He carries on, and the run from Summerville to the right-hand side. The ball is a good one. When it comes back to Georginio, just couldn't quite keep it down, keep his composure to stick it in the back of the net.
Ampadu, brilliant defending from Ethan Ampadu. Read the run of Dewsbury-Hall, got across in front of him and timed his challenge impeccably. Leeds have it with Kamara. Start of the second half, much in keeping with what we saw in the first 45 minutes. Meslier, long clearance up in the air. Faes gets there ahead of Piroe. Drops for Ampadu. Looks forwards, Ethan Ampadu, still going. Oh, it's played at Faes. Firpo does well to come in and defend to ensure that nothing untoward happens there. Gets in ahead of Daka. Now Gruev from a central defensive position. Gives it to Rodon. Gives it back to Gruev. Players had made the run there, waiting for the ball over the top. It didn't come. Rodon rolls it onto Summerville. Summerville out wide to Gray. Super tight again to that far touchline. Archie Gray tries the footwork, loses the ball. Comes back to try and get it off Dewsbury-Hall, but Dewsbury-Hall gets it to Mavididi instead. Mavididi running, looking for space. Goes back to Vestergaard. And Vestergaard may, in the search for space, go back to the goalkeeper, who then plays it out to Faes, who's closed down by Gnonto. Works it round Gnonto. Pereira works it past Ampadu. Fatau heading back towards his own penalty area, and then turns the other way, and then Leeds win it back with Kamara and Georginio, and then the tussle is on with Pereira. Yellow carded, remember, in the first half. Leeds emerge with the ball, but strong argument for a free kick there. Leeds carry on in the meantime with Gruev down the right, back to the halfway line to Rodon. Now Ampadu over the top. Faes clears the header into Winks. Ampadu misses his challenge, caught his man. Leicester come anyway with Pereira. Pereira's right through the middle. Has Dewsbury-Hall to his left, who has Mavididi further wide. Edge of the box now. Mavididi holds the ball up, gives it back to Winks. Daka remains down on the floor in the Leicester half. Game goes on with Leicester down to 10, and Vestergaard just whacks it into the east stand so that treatment can be given. And now a yellow card given to Ethan Ampadu. So that's Rodon and Ampadu, both yellow carded.
Well, the challenge on Daka, no doubt it was late, but it wasn't that bad. Daka's really made the most of that. Just caught him on the instep, but I think he'll be up and okay, but he's still down, taking their time. This could happen a lot in this second half, couldn't it now? Leicester one up, using every moment of the game to interrupt the tempo and the pace of it.
Yeah, they know that every time Leeds get forward, that noise will go up from the fans behind the goal that Hermansen stands in front of. And their aim will be to take as much of the momentum out of that Leeds player as possible. Daka is rolled to his feet now. And as Tony predicted, Dr. Tony, Daka is able to...
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
He's able to walk towards this near side touchline.
I think he's going to live, you know.
He'll be okay.
He'll be fine.
He's going to be okay. The good news is he will be okay.
But compared to Daka and the others out there, I mean, they're working extremely hard, you know, up top to stop us getting those spaces. Normally, you know, we used to Rodon and Ampadu having time and space and running forward. No problems at all. We just can't get going because the closing down is at such a tempo.
Hermansen clears up from the back, all the way deep into the Leeds half, where Meslier comes out the penalty area and gives it to Rodon, who immediately gets things going with a short ball to Ampadu. Now Firpo on the halfway line. Poor touch. Fatau's robbed him. Fatau moving up to the penalty area, into the penalty area. Firpo slips. Ampadu has to make the block. And then Kamara gets it away, and then the ball into midfield. Summerville can't quite get there. Crazy scenes. The ball hits the referee, the game will stop, and I think Leicester will be given the uncontested drop here. They are. Winks takes it and gives it to Justin. Out wide to Mavididi. all sorts to reflect on there, but we just don't have the time because the game is immediately back up, and it's Mavididi on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Plays the ball into the middle, just over the head of Pereira, right in the middle of goal. And he was stretching, but he not the tallest, and he couldn't get to it.
Thank goodness for that. Good play, wasn't it, for Mavididi? He's been a problem certainly all night. The chip and run is superb, but just inches too high.
Leads with Gruev. Goes back across to Ampadu. Ampadu infield to Gruev again. Edge of the centre circle. Square ball to Rodon. On it goes Piroe. Rides the challenge of Vestergaard. Cleared straight back to Piroe on his chest, moving forward, trying to play it through a gap. Vestergaard again stretches a leg out, makes an important block, and now Leicester attempt to counter-attack. Daka in the centre circle, Leeds throwing bodies at it. Leicester work it away from those bodies, and it comes back to Hermansen. Listen to the roar from the supporters, appreciating the effort. Leeds chase again. Faes, now Choudhury. Now Pereira. A little bit of pocket of space and time for him to Winks in the centre circle. Harry Winks to Dewsbury-Hall, to Choudhury. Pushed on for Pereira. Rodon gives it back, and it's through the middle for Dewsbury-Hall. He slips, but he gets it to Daka, who goes to Mavididi, who's in the penalty area looking towards goal. Mavididi shoots! What a save from Meslier. Fantastic stop from the Leeds keeper. Definite goal saver.
Brilliant stop, absolutely brilliant. Mavididi again gets the ball, drops the shoulder. You know he's going to come inside, and this time he does. Try and find that bottom corner. It was certainly going in. And Meslier, that is a tremendous save. Can't afford to go 2-0 down.
Leicester corner. Leeds opened up there. Temptation, I guess, is to go gung-ho. But Leicester are the team that could easily punish you if that's the strategy. They have this corner kick. Curled in, nice shape. But then the header off Justin goes behind, and it's given us another corner. And Meslier distraught, Leeds defenders distraught, and I'm distraught.
Well, it did look like it came off Justin, who was just going backwards, got his head to it. Whether it skimmed off a Leeds player, that's what Craig Pawson thinks.
So Leicester have the chance to put one in that Leeds box again here. Fast waiting on the edge of the area. Whipped in near post across the middle. Important clearance as far as Mavididi on the edge of the box. Back it goes to Winks. Gnonto charges out. Ball is on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Ampadu needs to clear. Does clear. Goes long. Gnonto sent on a run. Drops over his shoulder. Unfortunately, Pereira's going to get there just ahead of him. And a lovely play from Pereira. Just lifted the ball over Gnonto. Cushioned perfectly into the path of Justin for Leicester to move forward again into the Leeds half. Justin plays it in for Mavididi. That's a fine ball off the outstep as well. Mavididi on the byline. Gray read it, put his foot across, got it behind. It's another Leicester corner.
Well, we're certainly trying to close down and play with tempo, but Leicester just a few moments there, passing through us, getting on the ball, a little bit of time and space, and when you give them time and space, you've got a problem, because the ball's then into Mavididi, and the likes of Daka, always going to be a problem.
Leeds defending again, under pressure here in this period of the second half. Ball goes swinging out, and then it hits the post. It's still in there, and it goes in. The flag is raised, and the goal is disallowed. And that will be a free kick, and the Leicester players thought that they'd notched, and the assistant near side thought otherwise.
Wow, what a header from Vestergaard. Just rattled the frame of the goal. When the corner comes in, Big Dane gets a really good header. Not quite sure what it was, coming back from an offside position.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's what the call was, but Leicester come again. Meslier slipped as he was coming out for that one, and then Ampadu is fouled as he runs across in front of Dewsbury-Hall. And Leeds Well, Leeds are seeing what Leicester are about here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe didn't see it in the first meeting, but Leicester, that phenomenal points total that they've accrued thus far, we're seeing tonight how they've given away by Ampadu to Dewsbury-Hall. Plays it for Mavididi on the far side of the penalty area, into the penalty area. Meslier saves again. Easier save this time, but that's Leeds' own doing, and they're a little flustered out there at the moment, the players in white, and Leicester are pouring forward.
Absolutely. Need to clear the fog that is in the heads of our boys, because we're getting certainly beaten here in the respect of can't get the ball through midfield, can't really have any sort of time and space, and when Leicester do get the ball, they're popping it around and they're making chances in the second half that fortunately as yet they haven't taken.
Well, Leeds have not been able to really do anything of note in that Leicester penalty area in this second period, and at the moment all on to keep them out at the other end. Summerville closed down again by Choudhury. Gruev, again, not the best ball to Ampadu. It's all a little stretched, it's all a little untidy. Gruev, short ball, comes across the back to Ampadu. Fans are doing their bit now. Listen to the noise levels go up. Gruev steps forward, short to Summerville. On to Firpo. Again, another example. It's all just a little overplayed there, and it's clumped off Firpo into the shins of Summerville and out for a throw-in.
Just everything's getting a bit rushed, and I think it's that there header from Choudhury and the player coming back in an offside position.
Choudhury throws down the line, gets the return header, puts it up and over the top. Rodon goes back to collect for Leeds. Into the final half hour of this game now. Leeds still trail by a goal to nil, but could have been worse. In the second half at least. Leeds chances in the first half, but nothing of note created in this second period yet.
Someone has to come and drop deep to make an extra option in that midfield area, because we just can't get it through. We can't get it in to anyone. Closing down. Look how many Leicester players are around the ball.
Ampadu from Meslier. Strides forward, wants to get things going for Leeds here. This ball's key. Summerville can't control, and Leeds commit a number of players in, which means that they're a little undermanned as Dewsbury-Hall turns and looks forward and plays the ball inside Gray, and Mavididi streaks into the penalty area, and Mavididi's put it wide. Well, he was clean through there, and you were waiting for the net to ripple, and it ended up hitting the hoardings behind the goal.
Well, I've got to say, I am delighted that we're only one behind here, because Coady being 2 or 3, it's really good play, good run and ball. Mavididi had a few sighters, gets his body in the way. Fortunately, not enough composure to tuck it home.
Gnonto trying to play it to Georginio, cleared loose to Firpo. Leeds in that Leicester half. Rare attempt at an attack here from Leeds United in this second period. They're all up, every white shirt in that Leicester half. Summerville again forced away by the tracking and the pressing from Choudhury, and Leeds are back in their own half now.
Oh, it's been superb from Choudhury, I've got to say. He's Mike Summerville out the game at the moment, and we haven't been good enough to get on the ball and get him with the ball in the right areas. He's always having to come back to these sorts of areas.
Changes of foot for Leeds. Bamford and James both ready to come on. Summerville wriggles one way then the other. Through the middle, but again, Vestergaard just read it and got in. Gruev timed his intervention well, had to as well, otherwise he was in trouble. But Leicester get the ball back. Played down the line for Dewsbury-Hall, but it's going out to play before it arrives in front of him. So it'll be Bamford and James to join the action any second now. Yeah,
something has to change, absolutely. And if we're always trying to play it through midfield and find people at the feet, well, that doesn't really work. So Bamford will be that physical number 9 up top to run to those channels and offer a different option.
Patrick Bamford declared fit in the build-up to the game. Wasn't a definitive decision. He comes on to replace Joel Piroe, and Dan James has come on to replace Gnonto. So a little more Premier League nous perhaps on there for Leeds United now. James gets his first touch over on that far side, lets it run off for Gray. Now Bamford gets his first touch. Georginio, not the ball that was required. And Daniel Farke just says, calm, calm, calm.
We are playing rushed. Our composure has really left us, and that's one thing that we've been really strong on.
Well, one of the aims for Leeds is stay in the game, isn't it? You know, give yourself something for the final stages at least. It's still 1-0. 65 minutes gone. Ampadu goes up but can't get there. Firpo's behind him, wins the throw-in for Leeds United, down by the corner flag. Leeds 0, Leicester 1. Ampadu with a throw-in for Leeds. Near side touchline. Down the line it goes. Over the head, though, of Georginio. Leicester in the Leeds half. Pereira. And then there's a foul on Kamara, which the referee Pawson spots amidst all the bodies. And Leeds take a short, quick free kick and give it to Gruev. Pinged out wide to Dan James. Does well. Comes in inside his man on the run to Georginio. Georginio out. Now Summerville. Summerville on his right foot. Oh, it's hit the back of the defender, Faes. Tried to curl it, trademark. Cleared away as far as Kamara. Now Summerville, best moments of the game for second half for Leeds. And now Summerville's in again. Summerville again, Fast makes another excellent stop. Gets across in front of Summerville, ready to shoot. And the defender gets the ball away. Leeds looking to win it. Winks does well under pressure from James. Lovely control. Moved it over the head of the Welsh international. And now Leicester it is, who go down the left side. But then there's a slip from Mavididi. Now there, the noise will go up because that's much better from Leeds.
No, it certainly is. A couple of great moments there. As we're getting at this Leicester defence, finally.
Here's Georginio. Georginio still going. Georginio played it to Summerville. Summerville controls. Gives it back behind Bamford. Bamford skips forward now. Can he shoot? Yes, he can. But it goes straight into the chest and the hands of the goalkeeper.
Come on, just find that pass. Now we're finding chances. The changes certainly have had an immediate effect. That just, once again, so many blue shirts can't quite find a way through, and we can. Keeper's in the way.
Hermansen out to the edge of the Leicester penalty area to Faes. Plays it into Winks, just goes back to the goalkeeper. Hermansen, who's had his moments under pressure earlier in this season. That playing out from the back, but did well there. Choudhury up the line, Leeds throw in. Referee's assistant gives it Leeds way, much to the annoyance of Enzo Maresca. And now there's noise. Those couple of chances, those good moments for Leeds have ignited the passions of the crowd here again. Gray wide to James, first time layoff for Kamara. Kamara turns and finds space. Now Ampadu. Ampadu has Firpo to his left if he wants, but he comes inside instead to Gruev. Again, all those white shirts up in that Leicester half. Now Ampadu's one of them. Wide to Firpo. Retreats a little, gives it back to Ampadu. A little bit of the momentum goes out, so Leeds have to try and build it again from the centre circle with Rodon. Dropped it short of James, though, and Justin's cute. He just stepped over the ball, let it run out for a throw-in on that far side.
I must admit, Rodon's really struggled, hasn't he, tonight with his passing. Just he's getting pressurised all the time and trying to force things which just aren't coming off.
So, throw into Leicester. Hit straight in the face of James, but Bamford, as it came towards him, was in an offside position. So the flag is raised over on that far side for a Leicester free kick. And we have 22 minutes of this game remaining. Leeds United 0, Leicester City 1. Leeds unbeaten at home so far this season. 6 home games to go after this, just 6 home games. As the ball goes back to Hermansen. Takes his time, why wouldn't he? Leicester keeper now goes long, straight through the middle. Should sail all the way through, does to Meslier. Just chucks it into the path of Ampadu to get things going again quickly. Ampadu to Gruev. Bamford started a run, but Gruev's gone instead diagonal to Kamara. Now Firpo under pressure goes back to Ampadu. May yet go back to Meslier. No, he's tucked it inside to Gruev. Now he's got a bit of space. Had closed down Firpo. Ball flicks off the heels there of Fatawu. Georginio concedes a free kick with a foul on Dewsbury-Hall on the edge of the centre circle.
Got to say, Leicester closing the down spaces extremely well. So organised and structured, but got to add hard work to that as well. Foul
by Summerville in the centre circle this time. Helps Pereira to his feet. And Leicester will have a free kick just inside the Leeds half. Choudhury from Winks. On to Dewsbury-Hall. Wide it goes to Mavididi. Back to the halfway line to Justin. Justin comes back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard's caught by Bamford, but recovers the situation quickly and gets back across in front of the Leeds number 9. And Leicester managed to direct it into the penalty area where Hermansen waits.
So close, so close. Bamford good closing down. Just again, just a little slippy out there.
Gruev with a header. Then Justin. And then Gray, and Mavididi's offside. So Leeds have a free kick. Taken quickly, inevitably. Gruev. Gruev short ball to Kamara in the centre circle. Back it goes to Rodon. Square to Gruev. Further wide to Ampadu. Summerville. Back to Ampadu again. Back to Gruev. And then Rodon controls, delivers wide to James more successfully. Bamford isn't going to get to that one ahead of Vestergaard, but he just knocked it out of play for a throw-in. And just Bamford giving Vestergaard something slightly different to deal with here now.
Yeah, he certainly is. Just that extra bit of physicality.
Change to be made by Leeds shortly. Connor Roberts is going to join the action. Gruev looks forward, still going. Oh, got the pass wrong. Rodon's not going to get there. Pereira does. Pereira sets himself up for the run towards the goal, and it's played into the middle, and it's tucked well wide by Daka. And Leicester have given up another gilt-edged opportunity to perhaps win this game. Daka so well wide from a position right in front of goal.
Incredible. I don't quite believe what I'm seeing, because they have played so well, but just up to the last moment, the finish, stick it in the back of the net. Could have had 3 or 4. Somehow we are still in this game.
Interesting switch from Leeds. Connor Roberts has come on for Junior Firpo, so Roberts will go and play at right back, and Archie Gray has been sent over to play at left back.
Wow.
I'm sure Junior Firpo was entirely happy with the substitution decision there. Wants to play his part in this big game. His evening is over. For Leeds, hopefully not, as Ampadu comes forward here. Short ball to Kamara. Now Gruev. Now Rodon. Dan James, desperate to get on it. Does get on it wide side, but he's forced back by Mavididi to Rodon. So Leeds do keep possession, but don't make any progress forward. Try down the other side this time. The left, and Summerville. He's forced back by Choudhury once more. And Crescencio Summerville has not been given a moment here in those situations without Choudhury being right on his back.
Hasn't been able to breathe, has he? It's been really good defending, good organisation from Leicester. But can they keep it this sort of tempo for the full 90 minutes? Let's hope not, but at the moment, really are closing down well.
Great. Header back to Ampadu, just keeps the ball in play down below on the halfway line to Kamara. Back to Ampadu, rather. And then Gruev. Motion forward that goes square to Rodon instead. He comes across to this near side to Ampadu. Into the centre circle to Gruev. Little up of pace, and then he drops it again. He goes back to Rodon. There's just not a gap, is there?
No.
The Leeds players look forward. Georginio jogging this way and that. He gets on the ball now. Need to wave that magic wand. Gives it to Summerville. Summerville infield to Kamara. Gives it back to Summerville. Again, Leeds push back though. Back on the halfway line once more. Ampadu goes forward to Georginio. Touches heavy. Fatau robs him. Fatau skips away from Kamara. Leicester throwing play. Oh, Kamara's going to be yellow carded for a little shove in the back of Fatau there. As Fatau's threatening to make a run through the middle for Leicester City.
Just got to be careful we don't get too frustrated. Still 15 minutes to go. We're just finding it so difficult out there. Things normally just come together. There's options for players on the ball. Tonight, not so many options at all.
Still think, stick in the game, see what happens. Choudhury almost under hit, but Hermansen gets there ahead of Bamford. Over the top, Ampadu looks to left and right, realises there's nobody close to him, so he just nods it back into the hands of Meslier. Rolls it underarm to Rodon. To Connor Roberts. Almost his first touch, isn't it, over there? Goes back to Rodon. Goes back to Meslier. He goes long. Variety, I suppose. Bamford chests it down. Georginio couldn't get the ball off Winks, who was strong in the challenge. Vestergaard on the halfway line. Leicester are playing like a side that's very much got used to winning. Rodon. Across the back to Gray. Leeds form obviously recently has been better, but this is a high-quality Leicester side. Look through the squad, it still looks like a Premier League squad. And we're seeing why this evening. Out in Bamford, on to Georginio. Wide it goes right side to Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts can't quite get it onto Dan James. He comes in to try and win a second ball. Leeds end up with a throw-in. It's level with the edge of the Leicester penalty area, over on that right-hand side. James and Connor Roberts. Two changes to be made by Leicester here now. McAteer and Cannon both coming on. Referee makes a big gesture that he's stopping the watch here.
Mavididi should be going off on the other side.
And instead the referee's walking with him towards the near side touchline. I mean, it is a long walk if you're going across either the east stand or the Kop, but Mavididi's taken the shorter route diagonally across the pitch. So he is to be substituted. Leeds have reason, I think, to be encouraged by that, I would suggest. Daka off as well.
Well, both Mavididi and Daka played extremely well. Always a danger. Mavididi, of course, had plenty of opportunities. Daka had one or two himself, but the centre forward worked ever so hard to stop us coming out from the back. Did a good job.
No Vardy for Leicester tonight, not even on the bench, so Cannon will go up front for them, the former Everton player. And McAteer, name familiar, son of Jason, goes over on that left side. Leeds looking towards the clock now, 12 to go, still that goal in it. Will Leicester be weakened by those changes? Time will tell, but not much time in which to tell. James closed down, gives the ball away. Leicester can counter-attack. Plenty of blue shirts moving forward now. Dewsbury-Hall helps it out wide to McAteer down the left, gives it back to Dewsbury-Hall, then Winks. Leicester happy just to keep possession, even if it means going back into their own half, and if it means going back to the goalkeeper. Positioned well out the penalty area. Hermansen over the top. That's not going to cause Leeds any problems. Meslier rolls it out quickly to Ampadu. Now Rodon. Now Connor Roberts. Back it goes to Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu. Looks forward. Carries it forward. Still going forward. Ampadu on his way here. Goes square to Connor Roberts. Out wide right side to Dan James. James trying to attack the penalty area. Can't get his cross in. It's headed away and headed out for a Leeds United throw-in by Dewsbury-Hall, midway inside the Leicester half.
Good play from Ampadu, wasn't it? Just committing bodies, getting in behind them. That's what he's having to do. Produce a bit of play here to try and get at Leicester.
Now Roberts, midway in that Leicester half. Infield to Kamara, gives it to Georginio. Georginio goes past Vestergaard into the penalty area. Georginio still going, tries to cut the ball back into the middle, and it's driven in by Connor Roberts! What a time to get your first goal for Leeds! Roberts drives it low and hard into the far corner of the net. A huge goal on Elland Road. Well, you know what's just happened at Elland Road. It's Leeds United 1, Leicester City 1.
Absolutely fantastic. And who is the instigator? Yes, it's that man again, Georginio. Fantastic. What a run. This time he does get the better of Vestergaard. Drives into the box. And then when it comes out, a fortunate little touch from Vestergaard. Puts it into the path of Connor Roberts, and can you hit it low and find the target? He could, and we're back on level terms.
Free kick Leeds. Ampadu dragged down. Now you're going to hear the noise. Bring the noise. Ampadu over the top. Bamford can't get there. Vestergaard controls, clears forward. Gruev, great challenge. Kamara, another great challenge. Fans like that. Ball out for a Leeds throw-in. Midway inside the Leicester half.
The noise!
Hello.
The noise!
Georginio tries to roll away from Vestergaard. Oh, it's given away. Comes for James. He's given it away. What a shame. Right on the edge of the Leicester penalty area. Faes gets it out of trouble. Ampadu covers. Meslier. No place like this when there's noise like this.
Just incredible. It really is incredible. We're stuck at it, you're right. We've kept ourselves in the game, and eventually we've got a reward.
Still more football in this one, though. You can be certain of that. 9 to go. Jorginho again dragged to the ground. Free kick Leeds. Jorginho's starting to do his thing here. Connor Roberts in a hurry to get the free kick for Leeds. Pushes an opponent off the ball as he tried to take it away to time waste. Jorginho back to his feet, taken quickly, short free kick. Goes out wide to James, cuts it back. Oh, he was looking for Roberts again. He slips. Leeds go to win it back. They do win it back. Jorginho and Roberts. Jorginho's in the penalty area. Skids, tees it up for Archie Gray. Gray into on his left foot. Shot!
Yeah!
Ah! It's gone in!
Get in!
Deflected in! Archie Gray has put Leeds in front here. Oh, these are scenes. Incredible scenes. Leeds were down. Now Leeds are up. Leeds United 2, Leicester City 1. Archie Gray is the man.
The place has gone nuts. Absolutely fantastic. And Archie Gray, he's played midfield, right back, left back, stick him anywhere. And what a job he is doing. I'm delighted for the young man as well, because he gets it onto his left foot. And this time, just swing. Who knows what can happen? Buy a ticket, take a chance. It's exactly what he's done. Good work again, wasn't it, from Georginio. It comes across. We know he's right-footed, but no, I'll swing that left. Good strike, and we get our bit of luck. And it sneaks into that near post. Brilliant, Archie, well done.
Via 2 deflections at least.
I don't care. I really don't care. It was on target. I'm giving it to Archie.
Wonderful to see the name Gray as a Leeds United goal scorer. An incredible dynasty. And an Archie Gray goal continues that dynasty. And now.
Bryn, and breathe, and calm.
I don't think there's going to be much breathing for the next 6.5 minutes.
You're quite right, but that's exactly what's required now. Cool, calm heads. Everyone else may be losing theirs, but let's make sure that those boys out there now just keep trying to do the right thing. We know Leicester are going to come straight back at us, and that's why these challenges now are really important.
Well, at least Ampadu feels aggrieved there in the extreme that a free kick's been awarded for what looked like a perfectly chimed intervention. He got across in front of his man, played it out for a throw, and we thought, but linesman near side immediately flagged. Now Leicester have a position, a really good position for this free kick. And they've lined everybody up at the far post. Incredible scenes here inside Elland Road at the moment. But this is a big moment as well.
The South Stand are going absolutely crazy.
But Leeds have got to defend in front of that South Stand. Meslier offers instruction. Referee orders a pause. The ball on this near side, just out, well, what, 8 yards outside the penalty area. Whole line of players waiting in the middle. Much jockeying. And it's whipped. And it's headed away by Rodon. Going goalwards. And then Leeds can clear. And maybe better. Could they counter-attack? Georginio, they pour forward. Oh, no, he's lost the ball. And now Connor Roberts, he slides in instead. And he's just got good distance on that. And James is off after Berners on. And then he's just leaned into the back of the... Oh, there's a reaction. It's all going off here. Loving it.
What about that pace from James? And this time it was a foul, no doubt, but the referee is in amongst it all. One of the Leicester players around there. What is going on?
36,954 here. And all those who haven't travelled from Leicester are having a good time just at the moment. Seems like you wouldn't believe. Leeds United trying to put pressure on as Leicester have the ball. I mean, this is just unbelievable stuff.
What a noise!
Unbelievable stuff in the stadium. Harry Winks in the midst of it. A game goes on. Winks out wide left side. Leeds appeal. Roberts slides into the challenge. He's going to be yellow carded. That was a little bit reckless from Connor Roberts, and Leeds have conceded another free kick in a dangerous position.
It's actually unfortunate there because the touch was heavy, and I thought, oh, he's going to get there in time. But just caught the man. And McAteer goes down. And another free kick that we have to defend against.
This time from the other side of the penalty area. Dewsbury-Hall, the man over the ball. Summerville stands on the edge of the penalty area. The loudest chorus of marching on together you've ever heard goes up. Dewsbury-Hall ready to put the ball in when he gets the signal from a referee who positions Summerville behind the sprayed line. Now that signal is given. Dewsbury-Hall takes a moment. Still the referee not happy. Now he's given the signal. Dewsbury-Hall whips it in, heads go up goalwards over the crossbar. Big appeal of Faes, I think, saying that he should have had something. Ampadu ends up on the deck. The ball ends up in the fans behind the goal. Leeds have a goal kick.
And here we see the goal again. Archie just takes it onto his left foot and just strikes toward goal. You're right, it's a couple of ricochets. Choudhury and Faes. Keeper bamboozled. I don't care. It's in the back of the net.
Look at that face of Archie Gray at the end of all that. Oh, Meslier booked for time wasting. Goodness me. How many cards is that the referee's shown now? A flurry of them. Liam Cooper is being called towards the bench. No, is he? No, Anthony, Jaden Anthony. Liam Cooper trying to confirm whether it was him. It's Anthony. Meslier takes the goal kick. 89th minute. Bamford flicks on beyond Georginio into the hands of Hermansen. I think there's going to be a fair bit of time added on. Oh, given away through them. Oh, Kamara slipped as he was trying to get in ahead of Choudhury there, but then Leicester concede it and give it to Connor Roberts. Roberts, oh, the players are all falling over. Look at the space ahead of Kamara. Kamara, though, has to check back as he's closed down by Pereira. Now Rodon. Now Ampadu. He'll go back to Meslier, and he's got every reason and right to do so. Meslier will go long into that Leicester half. Bamford, good header to Georginio. One for Summerville to chase. Out to this left-hand side. Summerville holds it up. Waits on the edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball across the middle. Oh, Bamford was waiting. Headed away, Gruev. Good header down to Gray. gives it back. Now played into Summerville, who's in the penalty area. Summerville tucks inside. Oh, and it's bobbled, and it's still alive. Roberts drives a shot, and it comes off the defender, and it's cleared away. And Leicester try and get the ball out. Georginio's battling away with Dewsbury-Hall, brings him down. Leicester free kick. Crazy stuff.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. What a great effort. Summerville finally gets the ball in that box, pulls out a really good run, and comes back to Connor Roberts yet again. Goal-scoring fullbacks galore tonight.
Jaden Anthony is about to join the action, and he's going to replace Crescencio Summerville, who's worked hard, tirelessly. It's been difficult. He's been up against good players, but he gets huge applause as he heads to the touchline.
Just trying to get away from Choudhury has been almost impossible.
It's almost a wonder Choudhury doesn't come with him, isn't it?
Absolutely, like stuck together. Really was impressive defending, but
5 added minutes, people. Strap yourselves in.
oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. Leicester in the Leeds half. Winks plays it to Faes on the halfway line. Goes back to Choudhury. Short ball to Winks, back to Choudhury. Blocked well by Kamara. Can he keep the ball? Yes, he can. Gives it to Anthony. Oh, played behind Bamford. Just needed a cool head in there. Leeds concede and have to defend because Leicester are pouring forward. Ball out to Fatau, who is way overhit. And you'll hear the cheer. It's like a goal's been scored as the ball rolls beyond Meslier and out for a goal kick.
Could have been in down this left-hand side again, couldn't we? Because Archie Gray made an excellent run, but we give it away. And fortunately for us, Dewsbury-Hall has been really good in possession. That time, he wasn't.
4 to go. Meslier to take the goal kick. On it goes, over the halfway line, it drops. Ampadu does well. Gruev picks up the second ball. And now it's James. He's in the penalty area, cuts it back into the middle. Georginio slips. And then Anthony couldn't get on the end of it. Leeds battling for the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Gray has just dragged down Fatau there.
That's a good free kick to give
It's
away,
a very
by the
good
way.
free kick to give away.
Absolutely, because tricky Fatau, twisted one way and the other. He was setting off on a run, no doubt, but Artie just put him down, rightly so.
3 to go. Oh, Vestergaard, heavy touch. Georginio's onto it. Georginio coming forward. Georginio still going. Oh, he's thrown it down right on the edge of the penalty area. Georginio wins Leeds a free kick. It's in the D. He was inches away from that being a penalty. Another fantastic slaloming run.
Brilliant. Brilliant. What is Vestergaard complaining about? Because he gets beaten, all ends up, makes a challenge, doesn't get the ball, gets a piece of Georginio. It's a foul all day long, but you're right, well outside.
So free kick to Leeds, right in the middle, in the D. And we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining at Elland Road. And Leeds United, well, what do? Go for the corners.
Oh, for goodness sake. Everyone out there, please try and breathe, because this game is just incredible. What a tempo. Leicester will feel, of course, that they think it should have been put to bed, but we stuck at it, we hung in there. Sheer determination, and I've got to say, the 12th man, the crowd, has played an exceptional part to get us to this point.
Well, Dan James is going to take this free kick. And Dan James, well, he could settle the nerves here, couldn't he, Dan James? Short run up for James. Plays the ball in. Oh, yes! Yes! Dan James ensures that Leeds United have won this game. Free kick flies in off the keeper. Leeds, oh, what a comeback. What a night. Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1.
Absolutely amazing, incredible. Dan James with a free kick that just hit the target. Just try and make the keeper make a save. And it's a deflection again. Who does it come off this time? Is that Bamford?
Bamford's claiming it.
It's Bamford.
Bamford's claiming it.
Gets a knee on it, and the deflection takes it past the keeper. Bryn, all I'm saying is, what did I say the score was going to be?
You did say 3-1.
Exactly. I must admit, I wasn't believing it myself at one point, but I tell you what, come on.
Well, there you go. Leeds are falling apart again. This is fun, isn't it? Just seconds remaining in this game. Oh, Patrick Bamford. How do you like that? Brilliant. Bamford slides in, wins the ball off Choudhury, gets fouled, Leeds get a free kick, and another huge roar goes up from an Elland Road crowd that is an absolute raptures.
Absolutely, just sheer work rate. Great tracking back. All of a sudden, the composure that Leicester had for most of the game has disappeared.
Ampadu just puts it up. Choudhury clears it only as far as Gruev. Jaden Anthony to Patrick Bamford. Foul, free kick Leeds.
Silly.
And it's a late, frustrated foul on Anthony, who sits and smiles at those in the West Stand. And they cheer back in response, because that will do it. That will see Leeds home. No question now.
Time is up in the 6th minute.
I mean, there's been some brilliant nights here, but the scenes here are as good as anything you've ever seen inside this stadium.
You're absolutely right. You know, and sometimes you get parts of the ground going crazy. Everyone is going absolutely nuts.
This just doesn't happen anywhere else. It's just superb. Leicester come away with the ball. That's it! What a win for Leeds United. 9 straight victories in the Championship, and this is the biggest of the lot, because this means the gap to Leicester has closed to just 6 points, and Leeds are chasing the leaders down now. What a win this has been. Leeds were behind, and then a devastating finish, and Leeds United end up winners by 3-1 here, amid celebrations like we've rarely seen inside this famous old stadium. A wonderful evening that's finished with a fantastic result. It's ended Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1.
And I got to say, it's hard to believe that that was going to be the scoreline at half-time. Leicester really were showing their class, really were showing their ability. We were finding it very difficult to get the ball through the thirds of the pitch, but we stuck at it, we stuck in there. And you have to take your chances. We know all about that as well. A lot of the times we haven't been doing that. Leicester didn't take theirs, and that gave us the opportunity to stay in the game. And then you've got to commend the manager, Daniel Farke. The changes that he made had a huge difference on the game. Roberts come on and scored. Bamford come on and was brilliant. Dan James absolutely flying. Changes at the right time, got us back in the game. We get our goal, and after that, the 12th man saw us home. Brilliant. 3-1. Wow, Bryn. Wow, wow, wow. I need to lie down, mate.
Might have a couple of beers first, mine. Or maybe lie down and have a couple of beers. I don't know, whatever. It's been wonderful. It's been just wonderful. What a second half this has been from Leeds United. 2024 is turning into some year. Leeds have won every single championship match in the new year so far. That run extended here against the team who've been the runaway leaders throughout the campaign, and now the dancing begins down below, and I most certainly do predict a riot. Leeds City Centre tonight, Friday night, would be a good place to be. Absolutely bouncing. What a game, what a win. Leeds United 3, Leicester City 1. Good night.